Okay, we are going to start. Welcome
Oh,
to
I should
another
have gone to
session
water.
of Guild and Company. Glad to see everyone here.
Are you
Thank you very
recording this
much. Just for
for
myself,
quality assurance purposes?
just for quality assurance
Quality control?
purposes, my own quality assurance purposes, not yours,
Hey,
so I can
Bernardo,
actually
smile.
remember.
You look bad. There you go. You look
Perfection.
menacing. You're just.
The shadow on your face does look a little bit anime villain if you aren't smiling, but
You're just like.
you can stop now. It's now it's
It's
scaring me
it's
more.
really
You're just
worked.
like.
Really worked as soon as he started smiling.
Like brooding anime character. Love it. Okay. Anyway, we are going to start here. Everyone,
Uh,
just so people remember where we are at. Um, basically, you find folks hogtied the leader Zorgun. Read a letter from him to him from Vandalef that basically said two things. One thing major, you gave you two pieces of information. One major piece of information, or at least piece of information you've gleaned so far anyway, is that um, there is an orc settlement beholden to a wizard currently right now. That wizard wants to claim magical items in general, but there is a specific item that a specific hobbit has stolen from him that he desperately
Hobbits?
wants back. Or not hobbit, sorry, halfling. I always
Sorry,
mix them
same.
up. I always mix them up.
Same
Uh,
difference.
yeah. They're literally just so they wouldn't get charged or sued. Literally, that's the only difference.
Yeah.
Um,
Racist.
The
so
feet aren't hairy.
yeah, the
do
feet
you
aren't
want
hairy.
to?
The feet aren't hairy. So you currently have Zorgon hogtied, and I believe we left off by you find folks wanting to try and track Jinhai or go to Limsa Lominsa. I believe the decision was to track Jinhai, but we're not beholden to that. You currently have this orc leader hogtied on the back of your boar, so you can move at speed without having to drag him. At speed on foot, anyway. Jinhai seems to have gotten a bit of a head start as he can move a bit faster, given his specific abilities. But that is because you are currently in a, I would call it a rocky plateau thinning forest area. You're past the forest that Bernardo now has familiarity with. You've traveled a few days past that.
Oh, okay.
So this is new
Um,
forested area, but the forested area is like if you imagine where you're heading direct due west, sort of, and to the north and south is areas that get slightly more forested. To the direct south, you are almost like maybe a couple plateaus, couple like hills away from being able to see Limsa Luminsa, the coastal city.
think. Um, can we? Okay. So how fast is he moving on foot, roughly?
You don't know that. Just move. Just know that he's moving. He seems to be moving. He got away pretty fast. But you don't know if that's how fast he can consistently move or just how fast he can frickin' sprint.
Okay. Captain, who I think, sorry, was still in
Werewolf form.
werewolf form. I think I get to go a little bit faster, don't I? Can't remember.
Oh,
Maybe not.
Devil's a werewolf again.
I don't think
But
your
I only have
movement
to.
speed, your tracking ability has increased. I don't think your movement speed has.
Right. Yes, you're right. Okay. So yes, because I get a dog tracking with hearing and scent, I believe.
Yes.
So Captain looks at Kalen and kind of gives him like a low growl, as in want to go for a hunt.
Just to be sure, we're still talking about that same master dude that kind of left us midway.
There was the sort of monk master and then the monk apprentice, and the apprentice left halfway. The master left at the very start of the battle.
So we're going for the apprentice.
Yes, that is what I understood from last session.
Oh man, that's fun. All right, I look at you with eyes that say "Let's go," and I turn into a very fast-looking zebra.
Where did you see a zebra? Where did you see a
I
zebra?
added my looks as I will. Doesn't mean I'm actually fast.
Yes, it means you're significantly faster. Yeah, that basically doubles your movement speed. Okay.
Can I use hit dice to recover some hit points?
You
I get on Caitlin's back.
you certainly may. Bernardo, do you want to send me a picture of a zebra?
A
Which
zebra.
Fuck, are you? Wait,
Yeah.
are you actually?
Why
putting
wouldn't
this
you
in?
pick are zebras fast?
I'm going to use the same stats as a horse. So yeah,
Yeah.
they're
I
fucking
think there's
fast.
Camouflage.
Liam,
With them
should be
Wait,
seeing
since you're doing this, can I go for like prehistorical horse that's like huge?
You
Like a
can go
Clydesdale?
as large as. Can you turn into a warhorse right now? What's the CR of something you can turn into again?
Oh man, all I memorized was dire wolf and bear. This is really bad.
It should say in your combat wild shape or your wild shape.
Oh, 1 second.
1 second, Devin. I am listening. I just want to check what kind of horse he can turn into, whether it's a warhorse or a regular horse,
Okay.
because that will determine.
I just go into watching.
Yeah, it should say on your wild shape list. It should say like at the bottom of up at the bottom of your wild shape ability. It should say level and then CR. You can turn into level as a moon druid. I think it's under combat wild shape for you. Oh, and never mind. Warhorse is a half. Okay, you can turn into a warhorse. I will find a zebra picture later, but you can definitely turn into a warhorse, which is the faster and tougher of the horses. So I would assume you would want the faster and the tougher of the horses.
And
Yeah, it just looks like a zebra.
Captain is quite familiar with riding war horses in particular, so he's just going to hop right on and go for a ride.
Okay.
I turn
Then-
around and look at Ariel.
Oh,
What's that?
Just making horse sounds.
I look at Ariel. Captain looks at Ariel and kind of makes a motion and like breaks a tree branch in a particular way to kind of say that this is how we're going to mark our trail, so you guys can just follow us.
Can you not speak as your werewolf form? I thought you could speak in your hybrid form.
You can, yeah.
It's a ways away.
Okay, all right, whatever you want to do, buddy. All right, okay,
Okay,
so
I watch him do that. It's like, so he's breaking the branches. Like we're gonna follow him. So I relay that to the rest of the group. We're gonna follow them. We're breaking the branches to track where we've been.
so here score the branches with a claw, effectively.
Basically. Yeah, well, with my looking claws, because I think I still have them.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Oh
Vanessa,
okay. I'll add that later, Bernardo. That's a little tough for me to add so quickly, but
you healed me and kept me alive last fight, right?
I believe that I did.
I'm just gonna toddle on beside you as we're traveling, walking along here now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess I need to move, don't I?
10 out of the 15 points of lay on hands. I slapped you back to life.
Yeah, and I use a hit dice to recover some as well.
So
Get that
remember
out of here.
I'm gonna go right behind. I'm trying to think. Okay, yeah, Callan, that's you, Devin, right?
no, Callan is
Bernardo.
Bernardo.
me.
Who the hell's Devin then?
I don't see him.
No, me neither.
I
Oh,
think
right
he's
here.
right below.
He doesn't have
Oh,
a name because of his wolf.
Oh, okay.
form.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna go up just above, like, Sheriff and Lavinia.
Is that
You're gonna
Jeremy
you're gonna
Bear me up
lead
at
us?
the top?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna go beside Jeremy Bearmy. I'm gonna make
You
sure he's
and-
okay.
You and Jeremy can lead us.
Yeah, I'm
along.
gonna be with Jeremy. Just making sure he's okay. I'm gonna give him pets. Tell him
I'm
he's a
gonna
good
use-
boy and thank him.
I'm gonna use Mage Hand to pet Jeremy Bear me as well. I don't want to be close enough to actually do it, but I'll just do it
And
remotely.
then I'm gonna look back and like give you like a little smile, like, yeah, this is my friend. You like him? Yeah, he's one of us now. We protect
Yes.
him at all costs. I look into your eyes, and I give you that. If he dies, you're all fucked. Kind of look. I protect him.
I like how that specific kind of look. Okay, 2 seconds,
Like
Bernardo.
this.
I'll give you control over your warhorse in a single moment.
Sheriff salutes.
Don't worry.
So what I'll get you guys to do while I'm doing this is, Bernardo, do you have proficiency in survival?
Oh man, I just closed my thing.
Oh wait, you don't actually need proficiency in survival. Devin's already got it. Oh well, I guess no. You might need proficiency in survival if you want to roll as well. Devin, you're doing it by scent, so you're gonna have advantage on the survival roll to track. Bernardo, if you have proficiency in survival, I will let you roll it.
No, mine is nature.
Yours is nature.
Could
I
the,
have fairly high survival, I just don't have proficiency on it.
Yeah, I know.
with
I
nature,
will let
could you
you-
not look for signs? Like look for signs of.
The specific reason is that you're tracking by scent, Devin, because the specific nature of the Earthbender is that he clears a clean path when he skates along the Earth. So I will let you
Okay.
roll. I will let you roll nature, Bernardo, but you will have to roll it at disadvantage. Still a possibility to nail it, but that's going to be it.
Then wouldn't it just hang on? Would
Yep.
it just be better to change into an animal that has like a better sense of smell or other shit?
Well, no, I roll it based on it wouldn't. Yeah, it could, but you would lose some of the movement speed because you can move 60 feet right now. That's the fastest you
If
could
we have
possibly be.
Devin, do I really need to track?
No, I was just giving you the option, man. Just giving you the option.
Can I support Devin in his role?
Okay,
I,
he already has
currently-
advantage, but yes, that will work.
Now might be a good time for an inspirational tune. Some nice
you-
cheap music, if you will.
You read my mind, good sir. 1 second. Well, where's my thing? I forget. Oh, there we go. I give you guidance. I give you guidance.
Oh my God, are you guys gonna guidance and fuck me?
Well, yeah. Remember I told you a few sessions ago that you must always assume that guidance is active unless I say otherwise.
Oh God.
I want you to remind me every time you do it, because there's someday I hope that you will forget.
D&D does switch guidance to reaction because that's how it's used. I don't know. I feel like it's better. It's just less clunky.
If you're within a 5-mile radius of me, I am touching you.
Okay. Two seconds.
It's 1d6 for bardic inspiration.
Yeah, Carly, you're using bardic inspiration.
Am I?
I'm asking you. I'm not only going to ask you once, and then I'm not going to ask you again.
Aren't we just like I thought we were just walking to go find people? Are we not?
Like,
And then laying
this is gonna be the strongest roll ever because he has guidance, and then maybe from you bardic inspiration, and then he's already rolling with advantage.
So basically, we have one shot of this, we can't miss. Because it's just me tracking, we gotta make sure that we hit. So if we stack advantage with my +3 and bardic inspiration and bless, that gives us a +11 with advantage.
Okay, so I can do bardic inspiration 4 times in a day.
Yep.
This seems like a
Alright.
good.
It might be per short rest. Double check. So you
No,
could
it's-
like take an hour nap.
Okay. All right.
It
Anyway.
depends though.
All right,
Bernardo,
well, I'm gonna.
you currently have a zebra.
What?
Yep.
Wait, where?
It's on the map.
Oh my god, it looks perfect.
Quick editing on my part.
Okay, so so Devin's leading us, scratching trees to make sure that we know where we're going. We're gonna follow him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna bardic inspiration this motherfucker,
Okay.
and I'm going to 1 second. I'm going to stand and look at him, and I'm going to say, "We will not go quietly into the night. We will not
God.
surrender without a fight."
Oh man.
Okay, just wait. Fuck. Okay, we're going to live on and we're going to survive. Today we celebrate our Independence Day and give Devin bardic inspiration. Y'all are fucked now that I know how to do this.
All right. Are you ready? Are you ready, kids?
Aye, Captain. Okay, so I clicked bardic inspiration.
Well, this still
Do I
says
just do
Warhorse
this?
for some reason. Yeah. Yeah.
Do I?
You don't-
And I do this.
Looks as it's supposed to.
Yeah. So
I took the thing. I knocked me down to 3. That's all I have to do for bardic inspiration.
Correct.
Okay. There you go,
Does it-
Devin.
Does
We're
a
going to
23
live on. We're going to survive.
So now he rolls a d6, then a d4. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Roll a d6, Devin. Let's see if you get over
Looks like
Looks like
25.
you already did it.
That's the roll. 23 is the roll.
Oh, 23 is the roll.
Yeah. It adds the bardic inspiration and guidance, +1 on guidance and +3 on bardic inspiration.
Oh wow! I don't know how you did that. That's pretty complex.
I'll show you. It's easy. It's easy.
Okay, now I need more movie quotes because all I got is Independence Day.
Okay. Okay. You know what? You guys put all your abilities to use. You rolled a 23. Here's what happens. All right. So as you guys go charging, you start to note you start charging through this wolfen figure on a zebra, absolutely just gunning it, and you just slowly lightly tap Bernardo in the direction that you want to go. And because Bernardo is fully embodying the zebra in this instance, even though you don't have a saddle, you manage to keep astride him pretty much perfectly, because he is expecting you to, and he's using his sort of handling and movement skills to do so, because he's used to this form. You roll.
Actually, I hold him down with some entanglement. I make a fake
Sure. Little bit of thorn whip, or whatever it's called. Yeah, thorn whip because it's a cantrip. Yeah. Okay, I get you. We are not all riding the zebra. Just Bernardo is, or just Devin is.
We have a fucking werewolf riding a zebra right now.
Yes, and you're all walking behind.
Guys, we're not incognito. Like, are we worried about being seen? Because this is definitely how we're going to be seen.
Apparently not.
Okay, no fucks are given.
So, what happens is, you effectively, you continue on this path, and you gain momentum. You keep going, and as you continue, and the day gets a little bit later, not evening, just a little bit later. You're in the kind of the late afternoon period. You come to an area, and I will put it on screen.
That's a real nice zebra.
It's a great zebra.
Where's the zebra?
like forest is our whole game.
You bath you take. Okay, so I will put the zebra in there. So you have a.
Where's Jeremy?
Hang on, I can do everything. Yes,
Okay.
I did it.
Okay, you did it. Okay, perfect.
I don't have any health, but I did it.
There you go. What? What?
Where the fuck
No,
is
I do
Jeremy?
not.
You guys?
Sorry. Try my top shelf.
Are you kicked out into the hallway now, Liam?
Mic off. Mic on.
Apologies, we're doing stuff to our basement. What did you say, Devin?
Nothing. Doesn't matter.
Okay. So right now you are effectively way ahead of your compatriots. They're functioning at walking speed. You're moving at double that speed, easy. And so you get to this point where all of a sudden, Devin, it's as if the scent of Jinhai has exploded everywhere. There are trails networking all around it, and it is incredibly confusing as to which direction he went. You are currently coming from on this map. I'm just going to use the directions of this map, not the actual directions. You are currently coming from the south of this map. You have you're not sure if he went north, east, or west. I'm going to ask you to roll. I'm going to ask you to decide right now whether you want to wait for your compatriots or roll another survival check. At this point, has your hybrid form not reverted back though?
How long has it been?
Oh, it's been a few hours.
Okay, yeah. Can I stop and do another survival check to hear him?
Are you just gonna hear him as your normal form, or are you gonna turn into a wolf?
I am out of wild shapes.
Okay.
Creatures.
You can certainly roll a perception check, just a straight perception check.
I don't know if it specifies. It makes sense, but I don't know if it specifies that you have to be in the hybrid form.
I'm pretty sure it specifies you have to be in hybrid form, because that is the advantage to hybrid form.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
You can roll. I'll let you roll survival to try. No, you're in a forest now, so I'll let you roll either survival or perception.
Okay.
So you can still track, but not advantage, just a straight roll.
Yeah. What about non-investigation?
No, not investigation.
Okay.
Should
All right.
I also roll?
Yeah, you can roll a perception check.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, go for
What's
it.
your
Remember to add guidance, Devin.
sure?
Can guidance be used by the caster? Because it just says one willing creature.
Yes, but it can only be used. I think. Okay, I guess in this space you could guide him, wait, and then guide yourself.
Well, yeah, it's just touchy.
Yeah, I suppose I'll allow that.
So how do I? You know what? I'm just gonna roll perception, and then I'm gonna add 4.
Okay.
In a recent CR, they
Yeah. Do I just
like
click D4?
spammed guidance, and Matt was
There we
like,
go, well.
"I'm going to kill you."
Oh,
How I feel.
That's a 27 and a 25 for you.
no, I had an advantage clicked.
Yeah, he has an 11, I believe, or an 8.
8. Yeah,
8.
I rolled
8, but you have a high perception. So you note, specifically that the moss underneath has been more disturbed in a particular direction, and that is to the east. That as you walk along, you note this is definitely where he's from, where he's gone. Do you want to pursue?
Okay.
I will also say with a 25, with a 23% or 27 of perception, whatever it is, you note that between the scent and seeing things, he was clearly moving very fast. Once he got to this clearing, he slowed right down. Okay. So even the moss that's been disturbed, it's as if his like earthbender skating has slowed right down. Whether that's to confuse or he's just slowed down in general, you're not sure, Bernardo, but that is what you sense. Or sorry, Callan.
Sorry, where did he slow down?
Going directly east.
No, yes, but like sort of like close to us. He kind of slowed down and kept going.
He slowed down but kept going. Yeah. You know this is the right trail now, but you note that he's moving a lot slower.
Okay.
How far are our companions from us?
They're about at a solid jog. They're about an hour and a half.
Jesus.
You guys,
We're an hour and a half.
You guys are moving
we're
60
booking
feet.
it too.
You're booking it too? Okay, so you would be.
But we're still not going to be.
You should not. If you're booking it, I guess.
We're double dashing.
If you're double dashing it, I'll allow you to do that for an hour, without rolling for Constitution. And if an hour of double dashing, that's how I'd kind of do it. If it's like more than an hour double dashing, you start rolling for levels of Constitution saves for levels of exhaustion. But you guys weren't moving as fast, and you caught up to him. You guys weren't dead sprinting. You were just.
What about I'm with Jeremy?
Yeah,
is Jeremy running that fast?
If you can make Jeremy run that fast, roll an animal handling check.
Well, okay, where's Jeremy though? You don't have him here, and I'm concerned.
Well, you're not technically there yet either.
Dungeon
you can
Daddy.
Ride him.
My movement speed's only
Maybe get
25 feet a
mountain
second,
rules.
so I'm gonna need a piggyback ride.
All right, put you on the pig then.
Yeah, we're gonna throw Jeremy Barry's gonna stop.
No one can be on Jeremy Barry. Jeremy Barry has a hog-tied Zorgun on top of him right now.
Yeah, but Steve's like weighs 10 pounds.
I'm gonna halfling nimbleness. Can I do that to share space with the tethered guy?
The tethered guy?
Hey, honey. I think Steve wants to ride.
I guess, yeah, you're a halfling. That is your whole thing. Okay, I'll allow it. It's a good thing this is a giant boar and not a regular boar.
I have to do an animal handling check?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Come on, Jeremy. That's what you're doing.
Are you guys not riding the hog?
Want to bardic inspire yourself?
Nah, we'll just... Ah, 20! Told you, Jeremy, Barry, and I are fucked.
It's not a nat 20. It's a dirty 20.
Well,
yeah, I know.
20, I don't give a fuck.
It's still a 20. It's still a 20. I don't even know what I would have done if it was a natural 20. You guys catch up in like 5 minutes.
I guess that I have. So it'd be 13 plus 7 then. Is that how that works?
Yes.
I'm trying to learn how the dices work. Not on the game. Not on roll 20 as well.
No, that's fair. That's totally fair. You can
but
also
I have 20. So
you can mouse over them to see how they rolled.
Yep.
Okay. Great.
Ah.
Okay, so you guys arrive there. It's an hour later. And you, I assume that Callan and Captain have alerted you to the results of their search.
I thought we were gonna leave them a message and keep going, but that works too, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's a trap. I think if he slowed down, we should still be able to catch up to him. So I think we were very close, and he might have laid a trap for us, so it'd be good to have our healers and our casters in tow, I'm thinking.
Okay. All right. Everybody's here. Jeremy, Bear, and me. Everybody is here. You're more than welcome to. So you're still in zebra form, correct, Callan? Okay. All right. So you guys continue up this sort of plateau that is the slowly rising sort of ledge in the forest, and you hear a roaring river coming closer and closer and closer. As you approach the roaring river, the tree line starts to thin, but the roaring of the river signifies in your minds that this is sort of a cliff overlooking a river.
Oh,
No mercy.
So hang on.
Okay, so we're on the beach side. That's a cliff.
No,
on the other
you're
side.
not. You're not on the beach side. You're not on the beach side.
We're
Just
gonna
let me-
fjord
let-
across,
Let me.
like
nope,
Oregon Trail
let
style.
me move you. Let me move you. Just
Okay,
takes me half
are
a
there
second.
crocodiles
I didn't assume
and-
there was going to be a whole bunch of 20s. Sorry, Bernardo. Say.
Are there any crocodiles? Because those are the zebra's enemies. I should be careful.
You do not see any crocodiles at this current moment.
So we're on a cliff overlooking like
yes.
a river. Are we able to, like, what does it look like? Can we step down to get to the river?
So, one moment. I haven't quite finished yet. So as you guys come to the thinning tree line, you see a figure sitting cross-legged with his eyes closed, standing very much on the cliff's edge. Ricardo, can you stop moving? Can you just move your guy out of the way for a moment?
Jinhai as a zebra.
Can you just move back for 1 second, please?
So
Thank you.
just point of question for the group here: should I stealth behind them and push him off the cliff?
Yes.
no.
He is currently facing
Check his
your
pockets.
direction.
Handsome.
It's a handsome
What
one.
is with his eyes?
He's looking at you.
He looks like the giant cockroaches from that Cockroach Mars anime.
Really? I do
Yeah.
not get that, but okay.
Oh, cockroaches.
He looks like an orc to me. I don't know, just like a fancy orc.
What is this?
I don't know.
He's not. Orcs aren't creatures, right?
Orcs are creatures. Everything is
Everything.
a creature. Do you mean
Can I make
monster?
friends?
No.
They are not a beast. They are
No, but
a person
friends,
with sentience.
Choose one creature of your choice that isn't hostile towards you.
Oh, yes.
It doesn't say beast, it says creature, motherfucker.
Yes. Yeah, no,
I
absolutely
can
right.
befriend it.
Unfortunately.
Just letting you know, Carly, if you try and charm it and fail,
I'm dead.
they automatically become aggressive to you.
Yeah,
And
read
he is
the
currently
spell
sitting
description.
he is
Yeah,
currently
I just
sitting
read
calmly and waiting. So it is up to
So-
you. I'm just alerting you to the ramifications and consequences
Okay, so
of
you
the
say
spell.
he's sitting calmly.
Let's see.
Would you
As-
say it's like a meditative state? Like
Definitely.
he's sitting there like
literally as you guys he is clearly meditating.
Rafiki?
His hands are touching the ground. You note that his hands are touching the ground. As soon as you come within solid him and you being able to see each other, so I would call that about 30 feet, he opens his eyes and looks directly at you.
What
It
is
is
like
cl-
what are is
it
it like eyes like angry eyes? Is it just like questioning eyes? What kind of eye
Literal-
contact are we making?
He has no expression on his face. He is just staring at you, very clearly waiting for you to make the first move.
I'm gonna send
He
message
does
to
not
him.
look threatening, to be clear.
Give him
He
a
is
look.
not like, I am about to, wah! He's not Super Saiyaning. He's just sitting there waiting.
Just vibing.
Yeah, so
Can I do an insight check, Liam?
1 second. Steve had a thing first.
Sure.
I want to send him the message that we're here to talk to him when he has finished what he's doing.
Okay, Devin,
And-
roll your insight check.
We also mean no harm.
Is there a limit on message, Steve? Can you remind me? Is there a limit of, or is that, no, that's sending that has a 25-word limit.
Hey, did we not have a prisoner?
Yep, he's still attached
I
to
got-
the boar.
I have to point to him.
I left guidance on. Hope that's all right.
It's fine. He's close enough to you.
Hey, Sadie. Going outside? All right, fine.
Let's just assume that you don't have guidance unless told otherwise. That's just how
Yes.
the
That is
guidance
how it
usually.
works. Yeah.
You all have guidance.
Can't do a blanket.
Okay. So you
Anyways.
pointed to creature. Okay. So sorry.
So just
Foot of stone. So with the 13, he seems really calm, Devin. Sorry, Captain. He seems very calm, like he has been waiting for you, which he clearly has. But with the 13, that's basically all you sense. His position is completely non-threatening. He neither looks afraid nor aggressive. As you send the message to him, Lavinia, he looks up and says, "While I appreciate your discretion, I am more than willing to talk openly with you. And I'm wondering if we can share and find common ground, as you have a prisoner that I both have need of but do not care for."
Well, to
That
be
is
fair,
clear.
he did try to kill us. So
I know you will seek no disagreement with me for your taking him prisoner.
but in releasing him, will we not have another? If we release him to you, what does to stop the knife entering the back?
That is a very good point. May we sit? May everyone take their regular forms so we can all converse? And he does look at the zebra, clearly like, this animal does not belong in a forest.
My creatures actually sit down.
Do I have Jeremy on a lead?
I find this very disrespectful, so he loses reputation with me.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? He's being polite.
Telling a zebra to sit down. Zebras can't sit down.
No,
what
he
he
also
said.
asked you to go into your form, though. He
I
did
asked
you
you,
to go
may
back to your
everyone
other
return
form.
to your normal form so we may speak openly,
You
is what
should
he
not
said.
assume my form. I am very offended.
All right.
Bernardo is offended in his druid form all the time. This is normal. Sheriff is gonna go into the forest and gather campfire supplies as the zebra makes ear motions
Okay.
So I
angrily.
and
1,
I
2,
scratch
3. Now, Devin. Sorry, go ahead. And then Carly.
I scratch Kalen behind the ears and say, "Oh, it's okay. It's okay."
Who's a good
Wait,
source?
are you scratching?
I
Are you
scratch
doing like,
behind the
oh,
ears.
that feels so good. I calm down and I go back to druid form.
Okay. I love it. I
You
love
still
it.
scratch.
I love
You
it.
still scratch.
Carly, what were you going to say?
Okay,
I
what
love
is
this
all
whole
right?
thing.
So I need to know. Sorry, I missed the last one. Do I have Jeremy Bearme on a lead, or is he just like vibing beside me?
No,
Freeballing
you
it.
free balling
He's
it.
free
Yeah.
balling.
Yeah,
Okay, what does Jeremy Bearme eat?
he's a hog. He
Anything.
eats pretty much fucking anything.
Anything.
Like
Flesh.
Okay, well,
he's like
I'm
kind
going
of
to go
gnawing
with.
on the grass
All
right
right, well,
now.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna leave you guys. I'm gonna go with Sheriff and see if I can find some like berries or some shit for Jeremy since he is carrying our prisoner.
Roll for Barry.
Roll me a nature check, Ariel, and then the rest of you, Jinhai will look at you and say, I offended your companions seem to be leaving.
I believe our comrade has how he says a hankering. I believe this is the right word. A hankering for a barbecue. So yeah, I think he's going to start a fire. I believe.
You do not have to spell out barbecue. We in my tribe we also cook meat over spits and call it barbecue. This is common. I understand.
Okay, I rolled a 14, so I'm going to go with Sheriff and look for some acorns and fungi and roots and grasses that I think Jeremy would like because I just Googled what boars eat and that's what they like. So I'm gonna go with Sheriff. While Sheriff finds sticks, I'm gonna just say I'm coming with you and we need to take care of Jeremy because he's
With
doing all the work. So
with a 14, I'll say you find enough for one meal. As you come back and Sheriff lights a fire, Jinhai speaks to the rest of you and say, I you must understand. In my culture, the most important decisions are had around a fire, often with food. It is a sign of opening talks with the correct respect and an attitude of peace. I have to say, I was not expecting this, as I do not know your clan nor from where you hail, but uh, it 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 has it has, I would believe the phrase you would call it, touched me, and I appreciate it. My master would be most pleased.
Well, I figured we might as well catch up on our health while we
Wait,
speak. I've seen you in battle. I think it's admirable. I think it's dumb you took us on because we're kind of strong, but it's admirable.
I would agree with your assessment. It was hasty of Zorgun to take you on, as you say. But he is known often for his haste. Oh, someone already got a fire lit. Okay, never mind. All right. Don't need
Sorry.
my fancy gift that I found. That's fine.
Wait,
No,
put
I
it
like
on
it. Put it
there.
back. I like
Put it
it.
on top of it.
It's okay. It's okay.
No, put it back.
Ow!
Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah.
It's a good
Yeah.
vibe.
Yes, Bernardo.
I want to hand him the letter about the deal that he made, the guy made with the other dude.
Okay.
Should we ask him, like, what do we want to ask him about the letter, though?
So
Because, like, do we know what it means?
he reads the letter. Let me read the letter for a second.
Does the fire look like a butt to anyone else?
A little bit.
Steven. Booty, 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 booty.
It does kind of look like a peach in motion, so yeah.
Jinhai reads this and says, "This bears the seal of our clan. Is this seal known to you? Do you know from whence we hail?"
Me?
He just looks at the group, but he's like showing the letter to you because you gave it to him, but he's
we,
like looking
like-
at the group.
Should we roll? Should
We don't know.
I'm wondering, should we look at each other and be like, does anyone know?
I'm proficient in history, but it's not high.
If you're proficient in history, you can roll, but other than that, very low chance.
Also proficient in history.
Yeah, I'm not.
It would be. Oh shit! Hang on. Accidentally. Don't worry about it. Accidentally tried to access
Solid,
my school email. No biggie. 1 second. I'll be right back. That's what happens when you have a favorites
Okay.
bar.
Did you add guidance? Oh, maybe.
Why is
it
did you
been
roll a
dancing?
natural? Why are you? Oh, you rolled something ridiculous, didn't you?
Oh, nice.
25.
28.
So 28, sorry.
Oh my god! What the fuck? Sorry.
You're a historian.
I mean,
Yeah, all right.
you guys
This
are
is all
rolling
you
very well
studied.
today. That is impressive.
So
So you look at him, and I'm going to speak for you for a moment, okay? And then I'll let you add on to it, okay? You look at him and you say, "The annals of your tribe are only recorded in the dustiest of tomes. But if I am correct, in your language, you are Sabaku no Tsuki."
Oh my god, hang on. Is this a sand coffin thing?
No. Let me finish, Bernardo. I am bastardizing a few things, but good catch on the reference. Tsuki does not mean coffin. Tsuki means moon. But Devin, you followed up with, but in our language, you would be called Moonlight Spear that shatters the desert. Now, feel free to continue.
but it is told that you are a fearsome tribe and ones that are both capable of magic and physical prowess. Now, I wonder from this letter, hold it, shake it, point it, whatever, what kind of entity could bring you to kneel? How has the proudness of your people been subjected to by this wizard?
The respect you show is noted and appreciated. Although, as we stand now, we do not deserve that name, although it gladdens my heart to hear you say it. We may be known now as simply the Shattered Desert Tribe.
I too come from a shattered people, and with the bitter taste of defeat still hanging and lingering on my palate.
This is true. We were, as many were, we were hit hard from the calamity. But we also suffered an incursion into our desert homes where we were the protectors of a sacred mine. That was our duty and our privilege. This mine had many valuable minerals in it, many of enhancing magical properties. It is thought this is why we have such innate mastery over certain elemental forces. However, those came with those that came had mixed metal and magic in ways that we had no way to combat. And after the calamity, we lost so many, so many. A meteor, one of the great rocks from the sky, caved in a large portion of our mine with many of our people still within it. And then
These
these outsiders came, and as quickly as they came, they took what they wanted, and then they left. And then they came, where from whence they arrived so quickly, we had no way to combat them.
what can you describe these outsiders? What their steel?
They
What
wore
was the
suits completely of metal, though the metal seemed to have almost like a bug. It flowed around them. And they came similar to how we can channel
Like
through our weapons often, but their entire bodies were covered with lightning and frost and fire and different things so as to make our weapons against them the least effective. Though our earthen power still proved to mitigate their fearsome might. However, that is another story.
Can I
What you
do another history check to just see what that sounds like? See if there's anything in the annals that sounds familiar?
I will say, Devin, straight up, there is nothing in the annals about this. This is a different and new threat. You would even rolling a natural 20, you would have no knowledge of this. So I will not let you
Can
roll.
I ask a question?
Yeah, sure, Carly. Yes.
Okay, so he speaks about them having like almost like an aura of like a different elemental energy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is it like an exoskeleton, like an armor
Mm-hmm.
that emits
Yeah.
that aura, or like so like they still are like mortal underneath?
They are mortal underneath. When you manage to, the few we managed to split open, seem to have an odd assortment of liquids both within the armor and without that coated their bodies within
It's like an
this armor.
exoskeleton.
Very much so. That would be
Okay.
correct. That'd be a good idea of
And
it.
what did you find could destroy them? I'm gonna ask him. Like, what
The
did your
only
people
things
use
that proved
to fight them?
effective was blunt force, and to get past steel with simple earth and blunt force are anytime our elemental attacks would reach them, they seemed to be rebuff, or their military prowess offered one of them who had the corresponding element to take the blow. The only thing that
So
was
no
effective
magic would work.
The only
What
thing that
was
was
their,
effective was our earth.
what was their tactics? Did they were they aggressive? Did they wait you out? Did they siege you? Did they blitzkrieg?
Let's
What was
They would
their
come in out of nowhere, as if from thin air. They sometimes they had mist come before them. Not all the time though. Other times it was just and they were there, walking close to our camp all of a sudden, and they seem to be raiding parties. However, we made a courageous last stand, and our chieftain,
sounds like a mix of war origin?
whose name I have, somewhere. One moment. Sorry, folks.
The guys that attack these people and force them out of their home.
So they have elemental exoskeletons.
Right. Or vagabonds. Nomads.
Therefore, we're gonna need to do some boops.
Our chieftain made a heroic last stand, and his exploits will be sung about for many generations to come should we survive. His name was Doma Raskovar, and he was truly the greatest of us. His son, however, and you could see Jinhai looks to the boar and Zorgun with some measure of controlled rage and disdain, and says his son was given the respect that was due to a warrior who seemed to follow in his father's footsteps. My master, myself, and few others disagree. His methods bear the chieftain's strength, but not his compassion, not his knowledge. He has battle prowess, it is true, though I think my master could destroy him in a single bout. I truly believe that. But he bears just enough to gain the respect and has a large following within our tribe. He found the wizard. He found the tower in a scouting party. He made us become beholden to this wizard. Some among us disagree.
You traded your freedom for security.
We traded our freedom. We traded our pride. We traded what we had left for security. But I wish it to be known, to be clear. Not all of us agreed with this. But to prevent further bloodshed within our tribe, my master stood down. I did not agree with him, but
why leave?
Why not leave?
Why stay? Why not leave?
Women and children. Said non-warriors, older men, younger women, the children. Are we to leave them bereft of half our fighting force? My master could take on a raiding party unto itself, not of those who destroyed us, but I believe personally of other humans.
You know what they say of cultures that separate their scholars and their warriors.
Indeed, we are such a one.
They are destined to be led by cowards and fought by fools.
Okay.
Give our culture some respect. It functioned very well before the incursion. Carly, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, Ariel's just over here trying to follow this because it's a lot, and she's
a lot. Fair enough.
A little spacey. So what's his fucking name?
Jinhai.
Mm-hmm. When he looks over at the dude that's on Jeremy, he shoots him this like angry glare. Is that guy the son of his master?
Yes. Or no. Sorry. No, sorry. Oh. No, Zorgun is the son of the chieftain Doma Raskovar. Yeah. The master.
The chieftain, not the master. The chieftain's
the master
son
is the monk named Chiron.
Yeah. So because the chieftain was like the guy who was like, let's do this, let's follow the battle, and they thought the son would be that good, but he's a piece of shit.
Correct. That is a correct summation.
Ariel's following. Okay.
That is a correct summation of the current situation.
Okay, so can I look at him and just say, if what I am following is so now I've got confirmation. What did he do to show that he did not have the same values as your chieftain? Why do you not respect him like your chieftain? Like, what did he do?
He is aggressive without pause. He traded security for a different master. And my master, to be clear, not the wizard, but my master Chiron, believes that if we could only enter the wizard's tower and come out with evidence of his wrongdoing, we could convince the rest of the tribe. but
Who's to
it
say?
is
Who's to?
the tower seems impervious. Sorry, Sheriff, go ahead.
I mean, who's to say that? What's his name?
The
Sherrod?
No, Zorghas.
Zorgon.
Zorgon. Who's to say he's not under an influence of the wizard? Maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't agree to it.
Maybe. Should we take off his muzzle and ask him?
Is he conscious?
He looks conscious.
Before we do so, let's take him off of Jeremy and take him to a spot to make sure that, like, we're all safe if he somehow gets out.
I'm gonna use message on him again to ask him that.
And pointed at his head.
Sorry,
That way we
okay.
don't have to unmuzzle him.
Two things
Oh,
going
yeah.
on at once. Correct me if I'm wrong. You have taken Zorgon, still hogtied, so he cannot move his arms, specifically. He cannot move his arms. And you have put him against a nearby tree. And Steve, you have messaged him? You have messaged Zorgon? Yep. Okay. What would you like to say to Zorgon?
I'd like to know his relationship or demeanor with the wizard. Is he following him of his own free will, or is he being?
He has power.
Tell you.
So he looks
twice.
He looks over to you. No, you can respond psychically. You can respond.
Okay.
With one sort of short message back. He looks at you and says, "The wizard has power. I will eventually take that power and rule as my father did, but not with any weakness. He had weakness in his heart. I do not."
Compassion is not weakness.
You don't.
I think we
You don't
should
hear
let
this,
Jeremy
Devin.
eat
You
'em.
don't hear this. This is
You don't hear
This
this.
is psychically to Steve.
Sorry.
Okay, we're looking over at Lavinia now, going, "Qu'est-ce que fuck?"
Yeah, because
You gotta tell us what he's saying.
It sounds like he wants to take the wizard's power. He wants to fight or kill the wizard for what he has, so that he can rule his tribe in a way that he feels is better than his father.
One at a time.
Do we think that that's going to be a violent end and cause more malice than good?
Jinhai
Very impressive.
Jinhai speaks out for a moment and says, I believe I could add something to that, if that is what you're wondering. I truly believe he does have malice in his heart." And then he kind of nods and backs up a step as if to say, "But feel free to interrogate him. I'm just chipping in."
If he has malice, do we give him a chance?
How high is this cliff?
High enough to break a neck, for sure.
Oh, hold on now.
I think we should just let Jeremy fucking go to town.
We're not murderers.
I don't want to release any more evil onto the world. If we can stop it here.
Jinhai looks at you and says, "If you kill him, you will not hear me argue. But I bear a message from my master, spoken through one of our companions, and you see, from underneath the ground, sign this little and out pops
in the oven?
Out pops a tiny little, somewhere between a badger and a what's the large water rodent that's popular in Manitoba? What's the name of it?
Muskrat.
Muskrat. Thank you. Somewhere between a muskrat and a badger. Pop out, and it's got a bright pink nose, and it kind of goes, and it looks at Jinhai, who sits down, and it kind of pops out of the earth as if it was like thrown, like it literally like forces its way out of the earth and goes pop and pops right on his knee. And I will say, Bernardo, you have never seen this creature before.
Actually, can you repeat that very last part?
That it pops out of the earth as if it was almost thrown from the earth.
No. Sorry, okay, no. Sorry.
Okay. Sorry. It has like a bright pink nose. Imagine somewhere between a muskrat and a badger.
Is this a creature that came out of nowhere from, like, as we're talking?
As we're talking, it came out of the ground. As Jinhai kind of sort of like said this, like, my master gave me a message, he kind of looks down at the ground and kind of like moves his foot a little, and this guy just like pops out.
Is this an actual animal or like a?
Okay, this is a Moogle.
Similar, yeah, similar. I think what you're thinking of is similar. This is actually a different creature, but pop up the image, throw it up in chat, and it might be similar to what I'm describing. I don't actually have an image for this creature. One has not come out yet.
So is it an actual creature or is it like a vision?
It is a beast.
Ariel gets excited because she's like, oh, friends. She loves animals. And like she takes a step forward, but then stops herself and was like, no, I should not pet this thing or touch it.
I see the strain on
Restraint.
Ariel's face, and I ask Jinhai, "Is that friendly?"
Not quite Bernardo, because that's kind of like a flying guy. This is like a digging guy. More
So
like
it's
Swinub from
without wings?
Pokemon.
What?
More like Swine, a cross between like a Badger Mole and Swinub from Pokemon.
Oh.
That's how I see it. But it's called a molar. Molar. Sorry, molar.
Is it an existing creature in D&D?
It is not.
Okay.
That is why there's no image for it yet. It is a creature from a Kickstarter. To be perfectly clear with you.
So
Well, I
okay.
love him.
So just to be clear, okay. So Captain still pointing the crossbow at Zorgan.
Okay.
Turns to Jinhai.
Jinhai.
Jinhai?
Jinhai. Jinhai.
No, it's Jenny.
Devin knows what he did wrong.
More information, too much to explain. Captain turns to him and says, "Can he be brought to heal? May he be useful."
Jinhai nods and says, I was hoping to resolve this peacefully on all ends. I would ask something of you, but it would require you to trust me. And trust is hard to come by in these times. But I would ask you to trust me. I would ask you for your help. A reward I can only give you the thanks of our people for what it's worth. But I come with a message from my master. If I was to see you, I was to say, if I was to see you, he mentioned, I was to say that he would meet you at the first inn of the nearest city. He will be hooded, he will be covered, as he is concerned that the humans would harm him. But you will recognize his tabard, his monk clothing, from the previous time where you met him. He is currently dropping off all of our other raiding party at the where the tribe is.
What's a tabard?
It's like a symbol,
Yeah,
We
but
we
cloth symbol.
my heart bleeds for your people, and I am concerned about these invaders. However, we will need more than simply your thanks, as that does not put food on our table.
But
Jinhai looks at Captain and says, I fully understand, but also understand that I, Jinhai, cannot give you more assurances. My master may be able to. What I would ask you to do is to both meet my master and to return Zorgun in his current dishonored state. This would cause chaos within my tribe, but the good chaos. It would prove that he is not who he says he is. It would give us a chance. It would increase our faction's side and provide an opening for perhaps a small group, if your side has more knowledge of magic than us, to enter the wizard's tower and provide proof that our tribe could then use to break free. That is what I ask of you.
Why do we want to do all this? Like,
No particular reason. He's just asking.
Ariel pipes up and says, we appreciate your offer. might you give us some time to discuss it as a group? We've been on a variety of journeys and would just like to figure out where everyone stands, if that's okay with you.
He looks at you and says, "Of course. I would wait by the riverside down there, if that is amenable to you. I am still, I admit, concerned, as your battle prowess has proved that you might be able to kill me where I stand. More so, probably be able to kill me where I stand."
I assure you we will not. We have just had a variety of long journeys and encountered many people with different motives, and I feel like we need to discuss this as a group.
I
I am
understand.
not our leader by any means, but I feel like we should discuss this, and we're gonna like team huddle.
It is
Yeah.
also why I understand your recent decimation of our raiding party. We were the aggressors, and
You shot first.
though I miss our people, I will admit they are also part of an extremely aggressive faction for which it is difficult to foster love.
Okay, 1 second.
Yep, sure.
This guy is saying, "Oh, bad faction,"
Mm-hmm.
but he's like the Goku of this tribe. He's like, as long as I can fight, I don't give a shit about anything. And he jumped right in and helped this faction. And now he's like backpedaling on it and be like, "Oh, they were, they're aggressive. I'm not aggressive. I have a master,
Well,
Said-
Well, but was he was fighting for something else though, right?
Well, he said he was playing a little bit of 4D chess. He just wanted to observe us. He specifically said that. He had this in mind. Maybe I can get two birds stoned at once here. Take care of my political rival and meet or acquire people that can solve my second biggest issue, which is the wizard in the tower.
But he would have died. Like, we would have died. If we were not that strong, we would have died.
Then we would have been able
you're
to help.
helping.
Then we would have been able to help them. Right? If they were strong enough to take the wizard, they would
Shit.
They need help. They need help.
So
Right.
if we cannot help, we can just die.
Yes. That's how it works.
Fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. He goes to the river, I turn to an alligator, we kill him. Like, just
No.
All right, I take Jinhai and I walk to the river with him while the party's talking.
Well,
I have a couple questions for him.
Before you do that, Vanessa.
Sheriff goes, I also come from similar circumstances. You say you have a mine. I come from a place that has a mine. My people are in strife. Your people are in strife. I have some simple questions that I think are false, but I just want to clear the air for my personal, curiosity.
And Jinhai nods to you and says, "If your companions will allow it, I will leave to the riverbank." And he sort of gestures, he looks at you and sort of like, "Is anyone?" So Bernardo, you said you were going to make an aggressive move. Before he does this, I just want to make. Are you still planning that aggressive move?
Sheriff is walking next to him.
Okay. It's all cool. I'm just asking. So your sheriff's walking next to him. He walks up to Sheriff with the cliff's edge, and he pounds his foot, and then pushes out his left forearm, and then does that several times. And each time he does it, you see these like extremely rough-hewn, jutting steps come out from the cliffside, leading down to the riverbank.
Ariel's gonna yell out "Sheriff" to get Sheriff's attention. And as she does that, Sheriff, are you gonna turn around and look at me?
Yep.
I'm just gonna give Sheriff a look of like, be safe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, be
He
safe.
just like nods and like pulls his hat down a little bit. You're welcome to come with me or listen in. Is that nothing I'm going to say to Jinhai is going to be so private none of you can hear. But we're going to go down to the riverbank anyways.
Okay. Okay, so all right. So we're going to cut two things here real quick. So we're going to put a pause on Vanessa on your conversation for 1 second. I just want the rest of you to have a quick chat because you sound like you were talking a lot of different ideas here. And then Vanessa will go to your conversation. Is there anything anybody wants to say right off the hat?
Yeah, I will.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
okay. I think Bernardo had a... Yeah.
So, what's our motivation here? Like I just don't get it. Like there has to be motivation. Like we were absorbed into the Fey world, and then our motivation was to save our own skin. And then my motivation to follow you guys was to help you get to a certain city safely, right? But now we're just going like off and off and off and off for like some people that like my character does not give a shit about. And some dude that like was like the biggest trader of this tribe, and some shady motherfucker who's backpedaling on his bullshit as excuse that if we can help, great. If we cannot, then we can just die. What? Why? Why do we care? Like this is not motivation enough, I feel, for any regular person in the Forgotten Realms to help this guy, other than being a paladin, which by no means are we. So why are we doing it?
Speak for yourself there.
I'm literally a paladin.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry.
Different type of paladin, though. Different. I think he
Well,
means
like, what
holier than
have
thou
we been
paladin.
doing?
Okay.
We were like the fucking Zoltas or whatever the fuck, and now we're in the woods. And I feel like this guy, if he does go and try to take this wizard's power, maybe the whole area is in for a world of hurt. Like we've seen so much death and destruction. Should we not try to nip this in the bud?
I agree.
I will just set a quick reminder. He's
Like
not
it's
asking.
hard.
I will just set. I will just set a quick reminder here. I don't want to harken back to something I said, and it's not to sway you in any way. I just want to remind you. Jinhai is asking you two separate things that you can say yes or no to. Okay, two separate things completely. He's offering help of his tribe, but he's asking you two things. He's asking you one, to agree to meet Shirong in Limsa Luminsa at the inn on the outskirts of the city.
Were we
Just
going
just
there?
just to meet. That is the city you guys were headed to anyway. He just wants
Okay.
you to meet with him. If you kill Zorgun where he stands and meets with Shirong, Jinhai's like, that sucks. I don't like it, but he would accept it. If you guys, the second thing he's asking is, okay, meet with my number one priority, meet with Shirong. Number two priority, give me Zorgun so I can show that he has dishonored the tribe. I will now butt out. But I think before we continue this conversation, I think Bernardo said something, Carly said something, Devin said something. I think we should go to Vanessa while all of you percolate what I just said. Okay?
But just a question
Yeah,
before
sure.
you go to classroom order.
Yeah.
He's asking for us to give him the Zorg dude
Yep.
to him directly, or he's asking us to give the Zorg dude to his master in Lin Salamins.
To him directly, Jinhai right now, so he can just take him
Can
to
we
the.
trust Jinhai though?
That's
Yeah,
up
I'd say
to
we
you
did.
guys. That's up to you guys
Ditch the
completely.
dude with Jinhai and head off to the tavern.
Yep, that's what he's saying. But I mean, you got lots of free will here.
If
Okay,
we help him, he will give us like the use of his tribe.
he didn't say the use. He said ally. You said you will
Well,
gain an ally. But he's
that
but,
could
but,
help.
but
If
hang
I
on.
know, like sheriffs with us because sheriff's town's in jeopardy. Could they help sheriff's town?
He also
later
clearly,
on?
I will just say again, guys, he clearly said, I cannot offer you much. I am an apprentice. My master, the leader of the other faction, could perhaps offer you more. If we're talking carrots. Okay, Vanessa, let's go to you. What are you asking?
All right. So he'll sit down at the riverbank, not in the mud, but on some
Understood.
grass that remains. And I remember you mentioned a mine. I just
Indeed.
wanted to make sure a couple things. What did you mine? Gems, metals.
Mostly gems. A little metal. But it was not metal of, I would say. Let us say few swords were produced from our mine. Few swords, but they were there. We mostly provided, spear tips, arrows, things like that when in times of warfare. Our main exports were of two things. One, a specific type of mineral dust that increases the effectiveness of nature magic, and gemstones, specific gemstones that had the ability to hold nature magic.
All right. I'm all familiar with exporting metals, gems, mines, weapons, what have you. I'm not going to judge you based on that. Uh, you know, where I come from, it's mostly money that talks, and we don't really have a tribe other than, you know, familiar workings. But you say export. Where does this? Where do they go? Do you have like a one export, or is it just whoever comes by? Do you
No,
go out
we used
to
to meet
trade?
other tribes. Some of, I believe, what humans would call monstrous races. Bugbear, other orcs. We used to have a large. Oh my god, I lost the name of it. But basically, when a bunch of tribes come together in a single meeting place under a banner
Ah,
of peace in order to trade what they have.
I see. So it's like a local,
A
a
moot?
local trade.
Something like a moot, but not, it would not happen near the mine. To be clear, this would happen at
Right.
a predetermined place that always moved.
Um, eh, and were you? Sorry. All of these tribes are sort of a mining trading, or they all
No,
bring up
just
their
our
own
tribe.
separate
Just our
things.
tribe.
All right.
Everyone traded with what they had. Our tribe
Gotcha.
was rather famous before it was decimated as being the purveyor. Our tribe was in terms of we always had enough to eat. We always had enough to trade. We were among the wealthiest of the tribes at the time when we had access to the mine. We are
Of
not what we
course.
once were.
When you had access to the mine, you
Correct.
don't anymore
No, we were driven
because
from
of
that
the
place.
outsiders.
Outsiders and the calamity collapsed a big part of the mine on
Gotcha.
top
Yeah.
of our many of our people.
So before that, did you have any issues with the mine? Like, did you unsightly things come out of it often
Mm,
in numbers?
no, no. Although perhaps we did not travel deep enough, and we were always very clear to. There were some monstrous creatures, to be true, but we always cleared new areas for the mine with some of our strongest, as we would call them, conduits.
Gotcha.
And otherwise
Yeah.
those more powerful in basking and controlling and working with the elements of nature.
You suggested that your master might have some sort of alliance
Mm-hmm.
for us if we agreed to it.
Yes, I believe so. That is the message he sent me. And he sort of scratches the molar on behind its ears.
All right. How how likely do you
Hmm?
see your
I guess.
tribe mates agreeing to an alliance with a ragtag band or say one man?
Your battle prowess is something that I feel will convince others, but specifically, we will not be able to convince everyone. What I believe my master intends, which also makes sense to me, perhaps he has a different idea, is to utilize you and a faction within the tribe to access the wizard's tower, gain evidence, and then bring it to the rest of the tribe. I believe that is what he thinks of. That is what he has spoken to me above, that we need evidence of the wizard's wrongdoing. He believes the wizard is evil.
All right.
Are you coming
Sheriff will
back?
just stand up and offer his like hand to Jinhai and sort of like an arm shake and say, "Well, if it's up to me, we're already allies. But let's just I can't speak for the group, so
It is good to know
So,
this.
we'll see what we can do."
All right.
so
So
Captain sees this, and then he sees the kind of conversation concluding, and then he kind of motions back to Sheriff because more information is always good. Usually, one-on-one information is the best. So he waits for Sheriff to come back to the circle, to the huddle.
Yeah, Sheriff will. He
I'm still
assumes
listening. I'm
that
still listening. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
He just
Are you
assumes
coming
that you guys were all talking and will sit down and like look knowingly at any of you to see if you guys can't come to any conclusion.
I'm gonna join with my phone for a second because I need to get food downstairs, so I'll join with my phone.
Okay. Sure thing.
Okay, well,
Okay, so I'm concerned that if we give Zogs away, as I'm calling him now, Zogs, that like I don't trust that he is saying what he's gonna do. Because I feel like we can't trust anybody except for the unicorns. But
actually,
do we have anything that like we could? Because if we take Zogs with us and just meet this guy, we're going to that town anyway, right?
I agree we should meet. I do agree
But, like,
we should.
I don't want to give this motherfucker up yet.
I agree. I don't think we should give him for nothing. I think we should lean a little bit harder and see what if he's willing to give us anything other than good faith. So
Yeah.
here's one thing. So, hey, right now we are a band of wandering mercenaries. Whether Bernardo likes it or not, we don't currently have a high and mighty mission. Our mission is to find work. Some work
I
is just
thought we were trying to
always
help Zoltas. Is
We did
Zoltas
that.
done now? We're done with Zoltas?
We did that.
He'll be back. He'll be back. Sultas, he's not going
Okay,
anywhere.
so we're just going to like Limpsa, whatever it is.
Well,
So,
And did we have like an actual reason we're going there?
yes. So just quickly to remind you, folks.
I can't remember.
So you're going to Limsa Luminsa because that is where Zoltas was going first. He offered you a letter of introduction to the guild there for you to become possible guild members, to be able to become registered guild members, which would increase your status as mercenaries and give you jobs if you so wished it, because he just hired you because he saw your battle prowess. So he hired you kind of as mercenaries. He kind of started your mercenary career. He's offering to make it official, but you would have to go to Limsa Luminsa to become official Adventurers Guild members and sort of receive jobs and be able to conduct yourselves in an official manner that's not just like sketch-tastic.
Okay. But nothing that we're doing right now is pressing to go there.
No, because
Like,
the Feywild basically what the Feywild did is that it moved time a little bit, like a month or two. So you're like Zoltas is long gone. It's just
Okay.
you guys said, "Hey, what city we want to go to?" You said Limsa. I said that's where your letter is waiting. That is where the guild master is.
Okay, so all right, so if we can help, like my thoughts are like we don't want to like we've already seen so much like hate and like just malice and greed, right? From like the marauders and everything. Like do we want to try to help these guys out and in return possibly get allies to go back cuz like sheriff's here on a mission.
That's all I need. That is what
We
I'm
can
here
gain
for. I'm put on
allies
this
to
damn
help
earth.
sheriff and sheriff's town.
I know I can't make you guys help me help them, but I'm just out here looking for allies. I consider you guys allies, and I would,
I'd follow you to the end of the earth, sheriff.
put my blade. I don't have a blade, but I would put my blade on the line for you guys. You know that. I've already done it.
You don't have a gun, I know that.
I don't have a gun. I
What's
don't know
going
what that is.
on town?
Sorry, say that again.
What's going on with Sheriff's Town?
I would. The war never really happened for us back home, but we weren't fighting the war, same war that everybody else was in this country, county, continent,
Continent.
or
Place.
place. I got some demons literally back home that I need to take care of, and every day I spend out here is another person or people that die.
I think we need to get allies to help sheriff.
Wait, so you just need demon slayers? Why are we not looking for the Hashiras?
Okay.
I don't know what they are. They're undead. They're
basically like
countless.
dark elves. So
And someone's controlling them, leading them, creating them. I don't know. But they
But
wanted
they
our minds,
stopped.
and they have them now. And my
so
people.
okay. So Captain gets the information from Sheriff about what he said. He looks around.
I'm not saying I trust anyone of this tribe, but I do say, you know, on a leg for a leg, an arm for an arm, an eye for an eye, but in a good way. You know, I need allies, they need allies. Seems like a good.
I don't think it would hurt to meet with this, like his master. I just don't want to give what's his nuts up.
I'm
Okay.
not comfortable with killing him.
No, I'm not
Straight
either.
up.
But like, do we have anything that we can like keep him restrained?
I'm sure that if we bring him to this master, he will have a way of keeping him restrained.
And what's his face? Jinhai is okay with it.
Okay, well, the way I'm reading it, if he wanted us to just take him to the master, he would have told us that. He wants to do what he wants him, maybe because he disagrees with his master's pacifist ways. So what I'm thinking, in character, an enemy humiliated may learn, may grow, may become more dangerous, perhaps, yes. He may
Or
return,
they might get humble.
or they may become humbled. An enemy that has tasted defeat will know caution, and I agree. I agree. We our most pressing issue is Sheriff's comrades. They need our help, but they're not the only ones. And when I accepted this curse, I did it to try to undo the harm that I had caused the world, and to atone for my failures. If we allow both this tribe and this wizard to terrorize the countryside, that is not making the world a better place.
I mean, yeah, if you think about it, it's either we do something or we do nothing. And is doing nothing the same as being on the bad guy's side? In my mind, it is.
It's,
I agree.
Ignorance is bliss, sure.
I don't
But
know
not,
my world or remember where I don't know where I am or what's going on. But I choose to try to put good into the world I'm a part of. And if that is helping the people who I don't care about, that is what I will do. Because
exactly.
you
Whether or
guys
not,
have become close, like family to me.
right. Whether or not we like it or not, we've bonded. And whether or not we like it or not, we know about this issue now. We know about some dangers. And what are we
And when
going
we
to
know
do?
better, we do better.
yeah. The,
That's how I
there,
stand.
there is no reason combatants cannot sit across a table at the end of the day, because ultimately, all conflicts are resolved not through strength of arms, but through strength of character and through what we are doing right now, sitting across the table and negotiate. That's how all wars start, and that is how all wars end. No war is taken to completion, because when it gets that side, it is no longer a war; it is a genocide, and you are on the wrong side if you win that battle. That is not where we want to be. But I understand. I understand Kalen's issue. If we leave them to their devices, they are a warring party that is capable of physics and magic, physical feats and magic, working for a wizard, acquiring more items of power. Is that a taint that we want to allow to stain the earth? If we kill him, he becomes a martyr. If he becomes a martyr, then his people will just carry on the way they were. That is not what we want. If they continue to gain items and power and give it to this wizard, he will become more powerful, and he'll become a problem. Not just for us, but for the people of the local cities.
And
That
how
is-
close are we to Kalen's forest? A couple days out?
Exactly.
So you're
When-
about 2 days away from Kalen's forest, and less than a day away from Limsa.
When the wheels of war turn, I'm crushed underneath it. There are no all are innocent, but none are unscathed.
And from what I could tell when talking with Jinhai, is that they are very in tune with nature. Everything that they do in their work is aligned with nature. They control the very ground which grows nature. I just believe that, this allyship could be real instead of just a contract. A handshake. Could mean something.
I believe them to be people of their word. I agree. I think we should meet the master. But if you will, I will call Jinhei back, and
Well,
That is
he
the least
will-
we can do. That's it.
yeah, I think. Yeah.
if he will not give us nothing for Zorg, then I say we keep him. But if he's willing to give us something, then perhaps that is a
Isn't the idea to take Zog Boy to the master as opposed to giving it to this guy?
I would feel more comfortable with that.
He's asking for it right now, for one thing. So that means if he wanted us to take it to the master, he would have just said, "Take Zorg to the master."
Well, he gave us the option.
We've already been through this discussion. We know it, and we don't care. We're not gonna give him Zog Boy. There's like 4 people
Yeah.
here that don't want to give him Zog Boy.
I don't want to.
Well, he did give us an option, right? Like, you can give him to me, or you can take him. Right? Like, the
You can do what he said. You can do whatever you want with him. I don't really care. Obviously, I would prefer if you give him to me, but he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Let's lean on him. Let's lean on him and see if he's willing to give us something. If he gives us something that's valuable, in some way, shape, or form, other than words,
Okay, what do you mean valuable?
I don't
Like
believe
material?
he can. He can't. That's why we need to go to his master.
Yeah.
Bring from
can't.
good
may-
of the world too. Let's get some edit items from this guy really fast.
All right, what you got on you?
Let's take it back. But, like he might have something. He might have something more valuable on him that he's willing to give. If not, then we take him to the master and we go up the chain of command. I agree 100% there. I don't.
So how do we
yeah.
approach this? Like, do we just say, "Hey, thank you, we're gonna take him," or do we say, "Well, we're gonna take him unless you can give us a reason that we should leave him with you"?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Let me handle this.
Who's the most convincing out of all of us?
I think.
Probably actually
I have
me.
boobs.
I have persuasion of 5, or +5 on my persuasion.
I feel like Steve is.
You plus. Oh yeah, you do have +5. Yeah.
I have 3 for charisma, and then
Oh,
Interesting.
Lavinia also has boobs. That helps. Do orcs like boobs?
and I also grew up in a brothel, so
I don't think boobs help in anything other than the real world. So
You don't know that? Maybe he's a boob man. You don't know.
Yeah, Jinhai looked like a boob guy.
he could
He
be
looks
a
like a boob guy.
zoophiliac for all we know. Like I could take
Make
I
him
could
bigger.
take
What does he look like? Like, look at those eyes. He's a boob guy.
That is ridiculous. Like no.
Look at him. Look at the way he holds his hands.
But like Steve has like Steve's a rogue, correct?
yes.
I feel like Steve needs to Lavinia needs to go and try to talk to him because she's been pretty quiet, and she's also doing something in the kitchen that I'm kind of concerned, and I don't want to go check it out.
Okay, well, we can all talk to him. We can
Yo,
all
I gotta
talk to
pee.
him.
You guys talk to him.
One person rolls.
Okay, Ariel's just gonna be
One person's
close
gonna
to
take
Sheriff.
points. But someone, you guys, enough of you have proficiency persuasion. You can give them advantage. But one
Yeah.
person has
Guidance.
and
There
guidance.
you go, guidance, and I'll assist.
Okay.
What's your persuasion, Vanessa?
It's only 4.
Only 4.
Until next level.
Yeah. So next level. I got a 3, but I'm proficient as well. So
Charisma's my casting skill,
Right,
so
yeah.
I'm upping it as time goes on.
yeah. Sierra also is a charisma character. What's her persuasion?
Like, there's like half of you that are charisma characters, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yep.
We all like
Yeah,
our
Bard.
we all like our charisma, which is just fine.
Yes.
But Steve has a 5, so
That's fine. Steve does have the best score for sure. Yeah, we could stack some buffs and see if we can, I don't know, yeah, see if we can get something for this guy. I'd rather not carry him around, to be honest. It's just like, he could get loose. B, he could kill our pig. And B, our pig could just get tired and lay down, and then we have like a second issue to deal with. I would prefer to not have to travel with him.
Right.
Personally.
I mean, I don't want to go any further than his master.
Correct.
Because
yeah.
I also do not want to deal with having to travel with him.
Yeah, agreed. How far away from Lamenta? 2 days?
No. If you traveled through the into the late night, you could probably arrive there. But if you waited till morning, it would take you about half to 3/4 of a day. About from where you are, about 3/4 of a day, I would say. From where you were, about half a day.
How are we doing health-wise?
Pretty
Lavinia?
good. We're pretty safe, I think.
Yeah, I'm good. I use the dice. I'm up to 17 out of 20.
Okay.
Yeah. Captain's good. Sierra's good.
I have 2 spell slots and 5 HP. I think we could go through the whole night.
Okay, what did we do?
5 land
You
hits.
would arrive there in probably 3 in the morning right now, so you can definitely do it.
Okay, what I missed?
It's up to you. You can definitely do that. However, if you arrive at that time, it might be hard to find a place to stay. Although, I mean,
Inside the city.
yeah, you are traveling with a prisoner, so whatever you guys want to do.
And Jeremy.
And Jeremy.
And
We
Jeremy.
need to find a stable for
I was
Jeremy.
gonna say we could probably put him up in the stables.
Yeah, that would be fine.
So, hey, I'm sorry. Did I just get friendship points with Jeremy by feeding him acorns? You bet your ass I did.
Okay.
You're really gonna like FCG's development, Carly. I'm saying.
Smiley day.
Bernardo, do you want some input on this before I guess Lavinia negotiates with Jinhai?
Hey, what about fucking
just
Sierra
wondering-
back there? Is she playing or what's she doing?
She's back.
I'm just wondering if we can somehow incapacitate the prisoner in a non-permanent manner, but way more severely. You know, take a
Yeah.
leg off and then sort of attach it again back into town or something like that.
That's insane.
Does anyone have a cast iron? Just
I have cure wounds if you really wanted to do that.
Cure wounds doesn't
anyone have
reattach a
anything, though, where we
fucking
can,
leg.
like knock him out or something?
Oh,
As I
I was thinking a little less aggressive than like taking his leg.
Hold on, let me check my spells.
prisoner.
Because like I was gonna kill him, so I was thinking, you know,
Well, there.
second best option is to make sure this guy doesn't like escape through all our travel.
Well, and that's just it. That's like, do we have something like we can shrink him and put him in like a bag or something?
Look at your spells. You got like a command for an hour. You got like a
Hold on a second.
bind for
Hold on a second.
24 hours. I don't know.
That's
I
too
don't have
basic.
anything.
I want him permanently handicapped until we decide otherwise.
Well, like,
Permanently handicapped.
Sierra would like to
well,
play
yeah,
with.
like if you have like a really strong
Wait,
spell that can just
Sierra has something? Hang on.
All right, so fuck around and find out.
Pause for a second. What, Sierra? Sorry, I can't hear you.
Goddamn prisoner. Kill him. And then feed him to the piggy.
Okay,
That's
we're
not
not
what
gonna
we're
do that. We thought about it. We thought about it, Libby. But then I was stopped because Jeremy looked hungry. But apparently, we're not doing that. You can't go full Robert Picton. Apparently,
We have
So-
heard.
Can you say that again? Because I cannot hear you. And before you finish, there's 10 different voices. Can you please say that again?
What I said?
No, what Libby said.
Okay, yes. Libby, go ahead. Sorry.
We need to get rid of the prisoner. I don't want to carry him anymore. And feed him to the piggy.
Okay, you wanna go back to the kill him thing. Okay, I'm down for that.
Savage, I love it.
I feel like we're still in a representative democracy here, so
Oh,
a true democracy.
You can certainly try.
so is he out? Like he's not.
He's conscious. He's just bound. His hands and his feet are bound.
And are we using him as any sort of leverage?
That's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to do. We're discussing what we're going to discuss and try to get leverage. So basically, mostly me and Carly and Vanessa think that we should go to talk to his master for sure. Definitely talk to his master, and maybe help them, maybe not.
And bring the prisoner with us.
And either bring but with the caveat, if we can get something for him right here, right now, bird in the hat versus bird in hand versus bird in the bush, right? So if we can get something for him, a magic item, not something tangible. If we get something tangible for him right now, then we offload him and we're done with him. Then we don't have to worry about it.
So many decisions. I made a million decisions today. I don't know, guys.
Libby
I
has
would-
clearly stated what she wants to do. She wants to murder him. Bernardo is down with murder. The rest of you want to see if you can get something else for him. I think that it's a correct summation. Yes.
I know. I just don't want to spill more blood
Yep.
unnecessarily.
Okay, but I'm going to streamline it here, folks, because we are kind of going into a little bit of a spiral. So we've got two decisions to make. You guys wanted to discuss with Jinhai first to see if you could get something more out of him. You wanted to roll a charisma roll, make a speech, see what happens. You can still kill Zorg after you do that. So why don't we take care of that? And then the decision to kill Zorg can be after the attempt to trade him. And you can make the offer effectively. So you can say, we want something more from you. What can you give us? And then we can go from there. And if you guys say, you know what, that's not enough, we're gonna kill him anyway. I mean, what can Jinhai do?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, let's do it. Roll it up. Let's go.
Okay, Lavinia, what are you gonna say?
All right, so I'm gonna talk to Jinhai.
So Jinhai, you wave Jinhai over, I'm assuming, and he comes back up the steps.
He's a message.
Oh, okay.
Either or.
Okay. Well, I think. Okay. Are you talking in front of everyone? Because if other people are there, they're going to give you guidance and they're going to give you advantage because we have several people with what should we call it in persuasion.
Yeah. So I'm gonna talk to Jinhai, not use messages. Just talk to him.
Okay.
Our party's at a little bit of a disagreement as to how to best handle this scenario. I am of the personal opinion that we need to take Zog's head to see your master. Whether it is attached to his shoulders or at the time or not is indifferent to me. But we're just... What is it worth to you? We turn him over to you for your being, if we bring him with us alive to your master, or we just bring proof that we defeated him to your master.
I'm going to interject and yell, "You're doing great, sweetie," and give him bardic inspiration.
Excellent. So roll a d6, a d4, and persuasion with advantage. And then he's going to reply because, I'm sure he'll have a very eloquent reply to whatever the fuck that number is.
Okay, so persuasion with advantage, then a d6, then a d4?
Correct.
Okay, so persuasion, advantage.
Oh,
natural
fuck
20.
off. Sorry. I mean, really good.
6.
Victory. Oh, man.
I rolled a 32.
I inspired the fuck out of you.
Sorry, DM had to leave the room for a moment for an undisclosed reason.
I am just full on Arnold Schwarzenegger determined your clothes. Give them to me.
Persuasive AF.
So, if I am correct in saying you, for a different reason, have a similar demand to Zandlef, in which you wish to receive some sort of token of my goodwill and my tribe's goodwill?
And something that binds you in a manner that we can trust you. You did just attack us pretty unprovoked. So we need a token that you're not going to be aggressive or a problem for us down the road as well.
You are magic users, correct?
Some of us are, yes.
I have but two things I can offer you.
He's nuts.
One is he takes off his beaded necklace. Says, "This has been passed down through my lineage for generations. It was only to be used in the most dire of circumstances." He takes it off, and he hands it to you, and he says, my grandfather used this once. I used it once to save myself from one of the raiders. It can be used thrice more. And he holds it out to you. And what this is and he holds it out to you, and at the same time he holds it out to you, he says, could one of you procure a flask?
I pull mine out.
He hands you, Lavinia, the beaded necklace. It is a necklace of absorb elements with 3 charges left in it. You can use absorb elements as a reaction. 3 times. He takes the flask.
Can we use as a bonus reaction, you said?
As a reaction. So
Reaction.
you use the spell as intended. Basically, the spell is a reaction, and you can use it as a reaction.
Okay.
He then takes out what is clearly a ceremonial dagger. It's very short. It's not very good at stabbing. Holds out his hand, slices across the fleshy part of the palm, and dribbles his blood into the flask. Stoppers it, takes a bandage out, wraps his hand, says, I am willing to put my life on the line, for I know that magic users can use this for ill ends and to find me wherever I may lay. This is all I can offer you. My life, my heritage, my word.
Fair trade.
Is there any way we can, so if we go talk to his master, is there any way that we can prove he gave this to us willingly and we didn't just kill him and milk him for blood?
Does he have any sticky notes?
He looks at you and says, Are you concerned that my master will think you stole this from me?
Yes.
I have a little friend here. He cannot take full messages, but very short ones. Jinhai safe, for example.
If you need somebody, I would be more than willing to keep your friend safe. He can ride on my shoulder. Ariel gets super pumped, and she's like, I would love to take care of your friend if you would let me. If you can see, I've taken amazing care of my new friend Jeremy, and I just love all of nature's creatures and respect all of them and would love to be responsible.
While that is most appreciated, I believe haste is of the essence, and molars can move faster underground than anyone could ride or walk.
Well, I can move fast. I can move fast in the water.
He quietly nods at you.
Yeah, that sounds good. Let's take the.
Ariel
he quietly nods at you.
So are we giving him Zog now? We're taking Zog with us, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So this was for taking Zog to the master.
No. This was for taking. This is no. This is for giving Zog to Jinhai.
Right.
Oh yes, yeah.
Everybody happy with
gave
that?
us
We don't
his
have to
blood,
carry
man.
him. He gave us his blood.
The blood thing. How do we know it actually works? Does anybody have detect magic? Like, I feel like we just take things for granted very much.
Can I roll insight to see if we can trust him?
I believe. Do you not have identify or detect magic, Steve?
Not that I'm aware of.
I thought you did, because I thought Abe taught you one of those.
Yeah, he did. Remember the pillars?
I'm pissed that I don't
Remember,
get the
that's
fucking...
how we activated the pillars, was detect magic, wasn't it?
1 second here.
Can't remember for sure. It's a fucking year ago, but I thought so.
Why wouldn't you let me take the muskrat?
There's lots of pets we can pick up on the way.
Because it was only as a ritual. That's why I didn't give you as a spell. So it takes 10 minutes to cast Detect Magic. You cannot use it as an action, but you can use it as a ritual.
Oh, I have detect magic as a ritual?
as a ritual, and it costs money to use it.
Like actual money dollars?
Like
Use
silver coins. Because you could either use silver. I said you could use it as silver wire or silver coins. Again, you cannot use it as an action, so you can't use it quickly. You have to literally, very obviously, sit down, hold some silver in your hand. I believe the amount was like 5 silver. Hold some silver in your hand, and use detect magic, and the detect magic happens. I believe. This is from memory, Steve. If we can always retcon it later, but
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I
are
gotta
we in a rush right now? Because we can take the time. I can sit around the campfire and sing Kumbaya.
Can I use insight to see if I can trust this guy, or if he seems genuine?
you can absolutely use insight.
Detect magic.
I can. Oh, I gotta. Do I have? No, I don't have permission.
Like, what is this? What is this with the whole trusting of this group? We've been betrayed like 3 times since I've joined.
But
Oh.
it'll
Use
turn
detect
out for us
magic.
one day. We're optimists.
I don't learn shit.
You don't learn shit, but you can cast detect magic as a ritual if you wish. Just take out 5 silver.
Okay, we'll do that.
'Kay.
Taking out 5 silver. There. And now.
To be honest, as mercenaries, trust is the only thing that we have. Right?
What does detect magic do? Does the necklace actually?
It detects magic.
But so if the necklace is actually magical, that's what we're finding out here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not his blood, because that. Let me just see if I can't. I can't.
Yeah. So presence of magic within 30 feet of me.
Yeah.
There's nothing in his blood, so we just have his blood. Like that's crazy. Like that's creepy.
I mean,
You
it's a way to find him and a way to control him. He understands that you're magic users, and that's
Yeah,
his
the right
magic.
spell.
Sure,
Yeah, there's
but
got
he
to be
doesn't.
spells we can use.
He doesn't know
when
that.
are you gonna be happy?
Well,
This
the
man literally gives us his life, and you're like, that's too much. That's too
Nobody
much."
makes me bleed my own blood.
Yeah.
Okay, so you use detect magic. The necklace, 3 beads on the necklace glow.
Okay. There's 3 uses left, so that makes sense. Okay. I'd say we're good to hand him off to Zog Jinhai and go find his master at the tavern.
Agreed. Seconded. Anyone-
Shinha,
I feel like Sierra still wants to fucking murder him, but okay.
myself.
Sierra will let Jeremy eat somebody one day, okay?
All right.
Well, how about we leave Zog with Jinhai and the message that if there are any negative consequences to us for freeing you, and for not dealing with you currently, we will put Sierra in charge of your punishment on us meeting again.
Or Bernardo can turn, Kylan can turn into a boar and also consume him if that's a wish, or an alligator.
No, we're gonna feed Jeremy, you guys. We're not gonna get frivolous with food.
Are we not afraid that the Zog dude?
We beat him once. We can beat him again.
No, baby. Are we not afraid? Whoa! Assassination is an easy thing. All you need is a sniper, man. This whole battle thing's bullshit. Like,
No, we're not allowed to have
I
guns.
already tried to have a gun. I'm not allowed to.
I don't think so.
Ready to go?
Hang on, let Bernardo finish. Let Bernardo finish. We're all interrupting. Just let him finish. Let him finish. He hasn't spoken for half a minute.
like, let's handicap this motherfucker. Like, let's send him with a gift to remember. You know?
If you want to cut one of his legs off, I'm cool with it.
He won't be useful.
Let me take his spatula, okay? I'll just chew on his knee just a little bit, and he will be limping forever.
Okay, you want to break his knee. You want to break his knee.
Sheriff will stand
No.
up and
I
walk away.
I'm gonna take off. Okay, are we?
Just say what
Can
you're
I be the surgeon of this thing? Okay, I walk up to Zog Boy. I look him in the eye. I say, my group trusts that we can defeat you again, but I know that betrayal is higher than any power on this earth. And so, I will be sure the next time we meet, we have an advantage. I turn my hand into a claw, I go into his knee.
I'm behind Kalen.
What is that?
Just hold on a second. Let me blow my spells on you, bud.
What?
Why don't we
Said
just
you're
cut off
making
some of his sword hand?
spots on you. I am telling him to stop.
Cut off his index finger.
Okay, like this again. Like we're not gonna kill the guy. We can't handicap him. No, fuck this guy. No, I'm gonna fuck up his knee. No. Hand into a claw. I'm gonna rip part of his knee out.
You gotta pass the DC 11 strength save first.
So Liam,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do this in a way that he doesn't notice. So let's make him roll for some perception, see if he can go against like sneaky crocodile coming for the guy's knee.
Okay.
You weren't doing that before though. Like you were just saying to us that this is going to happen.
But I never said at what volume I said that.
Okay. Well, you said okay. I feel
You made your intentions known, so Captain had his eye on you the entire time.
all you have to do
Because
is
we
pass the
Got
strength
up
save.
and walked
All
away
you have to
in
do is
silence
we're
because he
both
knows
back
what's going to
paddling.
happen.
all you have to do is
Strength
pass the
save.
strength at 11 strength save. I think that's more than doable.
Is it just strength?
Yeah.
You can't just walk back on something just because he's going to do something to you.
What do you think?
Ariel's
We all do
more
that.
distracted with the.
Yeah, he does something to
Let
me
the-
all the
let the
time, and
dice
at one
roll.
point he gets frustrating.
Okay. Okay. No, roll for it. Just roll the strength save, and we'll go
So
from
do I
there.
do guidance also? How do I do this?
I mean, fair. I'll let you like. Is a reaction.
So what do I do? I
Strength-
click strength.
strength
I
save.
click a
Strength save. So
okay.
there's strength save at the
On
top.
strength,
Yeah.
and then what do I do next?
I mean, that's your save. That's your save.
Yeah, but am I supposed to use guidance?
I hold you for a minute.
He
I
just
hold
holds
you
you
for
for
a
a
minute.
minute. You can always
got-
break free after that minute.
I'm gonna go
And
on
still do
this
this.
forever, and every time he lets me go, I'm gonna try again.
Okay. Well, you have a minute. You have a minute to convince him not to, Devin. So, good luck.
Every time this guy is like, "I'm gonna hold you and I'll let you do what you want." No, not this time. And if you don't convince me, I'm gonna mist my way up and I'm gonna shut you down as a bear. So you better convince me.
Let's take 5. Let's take 5.
Okay. All right.
Steve, I'm hungry.
Devin needs a hot minute. Okay. So I would like to say something just in general. After this session, so you've made your decision to go back to Lumensa, and to go to the inn to meet with the master. So what I would like to do before that, because I think it's reasonable. So we're gonna get a little meta here, a little bit here. So upon entrance to that inn, upon entrance to the boundaries of Lumensa and everything you have done, you will level up. So we can start thinking about what you want to do. I will remind everyone that
We get new spells, right?
I think you get a new spell. Yes, it depends. Every class is different, but you can use the character mancer. So you just go into the settings into your character sheet, and so if you look here, I'm gonna pull up. I'll pull up captains. So when you pull up your character sheet, you can hit the little gear beside spells. Scroll down to the bottom, and it says launch level plus character mancer with a little anvil. There, you can click that. You don't have to do it right now. I'm just letting you. You can always
No,
cancel.
but we don't want the launch level 1. We just want launch level
plus character mancer.
Okay.
This is not character mancer level up.
What's that? Sorry.
Is it the same thing?
Well, you're not level 4 yet, are you?
No. But you said we'll click on that, right?
Yeah. So you click on, but like, don't click on launch level 1 character mancer. Click on launch level plus character mancer. There's 2 options there when you press the gear and then you scroll down.
There should be right beside your class and level on your core page. There should be a little red button. That you can click on to level up.
It says to me, it says character mancer level up.
Yep, that should do it.
Yeah. Launch level plus character mancer.
No launch level.
Share your screen really quick, Bernardo. Let me take a look. Just make sure that there's not some error going on.
1 second.
So just to remind everyone, you don't have to do this right now because what you can, but you are free to choose a feat or an ability score improvement.
Is this working?
Yeah. Press the little gear. No, wrong gear. Sorry. Gear right beside spells. Yeah, and then scroll down to the bottom. And then that bottom thing that says little anvil that says launch level plus character mancer.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. No worries.
How do I close this without
Just press the gear again.
Go back.
Yeah, there you go. How do I stop watching? Yeah, no worries. And I just remind everyone, specifically Libby and Bernardo, maybe I recommend you guys talk to me real quick before you level up, because you will also, once you have a night rest in town, you will also be gaining your Fey powers.
Are we
Bernardo,
leveling up?
yeah, we are leveling up, but they're not right this second. But I'm just saying before next session. But you can do it right now if you wish. But I wanted to resolve your and Bernardo's thing, and you want to take a minute, so I was just describing to everyone. So Bernardo, I think we already discussed this. Did we? We already added your upgrades, right?
We were stuck on that one language thing, man.
Okay, let me just make sure I didn't add it to your.
We had a whole conversation for like over an hour.
Yeah, I know. That part is gonna stay solid. Sorry, Devin. I'll exit your character monster.
We didn't decide because it was just so.
I thought we did. This was the last thing I said. Was it not? Oh, we can look at it again. No worries. We can.
That's fine. No, did we write anything? I don't remember writing anything down.
Yeah, I think I put it in your. I might have even put it in your character sheet. I'm just gonna pull up your character sheet for a second to double check if that's okay by you.
Too.
So. Oh, okay. So we did not add anything. You're right. We didn't add that. If I look at our chat, direct messages, maybe later, I thought it was the last thing I said in our Discord chat, Bernardo.
Just between you and me?
Just between you and me. Yeah. But we haven't initiated the plan. When we have in your character sheet under bio, it says when Fey form is achieved, add this to this direct stat and add this to this direct stat. So that's what you're.
But that's when you were describing an idea, and then we were like, oh, but then in this situation we can't do it, in this situation we can do it, and then that situation.
Okay, I thought that was what we settled on, but we can discuss it further. I think that's a pretty good place to work from, but we'll discuss it further later.
Okay, I'm ready. If you were ready, Bernardo.
Sorry?
I said I'm ready if you are.
You have a minute to convince him. So.
So I stand between. So I put my crossbow away, pull my rapier, and then cut myself. Use my blood sacrifice to bind you as you're coming up, because I see your intent. So I simply stand
and holding me at the same time.
No.
Yes.
That's just how he's just describing like it only takes half a second. He's just describing how he casts spells.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
All thematics here. So I stand between him and Zorgon, and I say, "This is my adversary. You are my friend, but he is defeated. There is no reason to harm him further, and if you wish to, you will have to come through me first. I have fought against enemies that slaughter the innocent and maim the defenseless. That is why I am here. That is why I am what I am. So if you wish,
there's something with your microphone. Sorry, 1 second. There's something with your microphone that it kind of your voice, at least to me, your voice kind of goes up and down, and so I don't get everything you say. Can you bring your microphone closer?
No, it's attached to my webcam. Just so Libby can hear still and contribute.
That got better actually, to me.
Yeah.
Did it?
Somehow, yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably what it was. I had it turned. So it probably was just giving the deflection. Anyways, so if you wish to harm him, if you wish to harm him, you must come through me first. He is defenseless. This is not a fight. He is no threat to us. We defeated him before. We can defeat him again if needs be. If we maim him, all we do is make him an enemy. When right now he has the potential to be an ally and solve a problem for us. Right now, if we harm him, we will just create more problems.
Wait. Are we talking about the same person? Are we talking about the same person? Because you said he could be an ally.
On my blood. If he betrays us, I will kill him myself. I will do it myself. You will
Are we
meet
talking about Dog Boy or are we talking about Jinhai?
Zogboy.
Zogboy.
Okay.
Yeah, Zogboy.
Okay. Sorry.
If you want, we have taken his free will. He is not able to defend himself. So for you to harm him is a stain on your honor.
Liam, I'm gonna cast Hold Person.
Okay. You have to wait till the minute is up, but yes, you can do that. It
Alright, so
requires
it's already-
verbal submit
It's
it.
already set up so that as soon as that minute is up or he does anything else, it's going on.
Okay, that's fair. You can hold him for a minute, Devin. So it's clearly he's just going to wait till that minute is up, and you can roll your whatchamacallit. I believe it's a wisdom saving throw, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, wisdom save. Against your spell DC, which is 13, I believe, Bernardo.
Oh, I have to check. Sorry, one second.
So yeah, top of your spells, there's 3 numbers.
It's 14.
14. Okay. So Devin,
To be fair, I think Devin is pretty wise, so I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Not actually at all.
He's not very wise. You're medium wise. And you're like a well.
It's a 1. It's a 1.
It's a 1. Okay, fair. It's a 1. All right. Wisdom save.
I see that he's not receptive, and I look at Ariel. Just kind of give her a side glance, like, help me out here, brah.
I honestly want nothing to do with this. I've had enough of both of it, and I'm gonna just walk away because we have a decision, and I don't want any more bloodshed over this. So I'm walking away.
Yeah, I don't either.
All right.
That's fine.
Roll your wisdom save, Devin. This is so intense. I don't mean to be malicious, but it's so intense.
I'm over hanging out with
That's
Jeremy,
great.
giving him pets.
Okay.
That's where I'm at.
8. So what do you do now that a captain is paralyzed, Bernardo? Or sorry, Callan.
So I simply, I'm assuming this is like a Petrificus Totalis kind of thing.
Yeah,
where
pretty
he's
much.
kind
Yeah,
of
no, it's like fully like he can't move.
Yeah.
Like he's
I slightly remove his hand from me. I look in his eyes and I say, with sad eyes, I go, I could one day love you as a brother, but you've made bad decision over bad decision. You've trusted a witch. You've cursed yourself and therefore all of us. And you have left an opening, one after another, for constant betrayal from others that have come across our paths. And I accepted that Zogboy is going to stay alive. All I wanted was some assurances. And I talked about it before coming over here. You cannot talk.
True.
I mean, unless it's off character.
Yeah. All right.
And I talked about it before coming over to this man. And notobody else stopped me, and somebody even wanted him dead. And yet you jumped me for a second time.
Whole group, other than Libby, who likes to kill people for fun, said let's keep him alive, let's deal with him. The whole group said that. You disregarded everybody and tried to do your own thing. So I don't know, man. What do you expect me to do? What do you expect me to do? What do you want from me? What do you like?
I cite to him one last line. I say, life is like the seasons, and sometimes shelter is built from the bones of those who try to hurt you. And I turn around, I reach for this man's kneecap, and I feel it with my nails that are now protruding out of my hand, exactly where his patella is, so that he can walk, but he will always limp. And I rip it.
Okay. Fair
And
enough.
as he screams, I put a hand on his mouth. I hold his knee. I heal it halfway so that it doesn't bleed anymore.
Okay.
And my eyes turn into a cat's eyes as I stare him down. And I say, never forget that while the lynx may walk in a group, it attacks alone. And you never know where it lands. And I just let him go. And as I'm far enough away so that I can react to anything, sorry, not captain. No, captain.
Captain. Yeah, that's Devin's name. Yeah.
Too many ranks. Too many ranks.
Fair.
As I pay attention, I'm far enough away so that he cannot just jump me.
Okay.
I cancel hold person.
Okay. All right. All right. That was really fucking intense. Some good roles, some really good role play, folks. I really appreciate the role play. I need to take a quick bathroom break. So if we can take just like 3 to 5 minutes real quick, everybody grab a drink of water, whatever. While I'm doing this, feel free to look at your level ups. Just a quick reminder, you can go on 5e tools and look, you can go anywhere really. Just look up 5e feats and look up any feats you want. If you do not want to do a feat, you can do an ability score improvement, which means add +1 and +1 to 2 different skills, or a +2 to a single skill. Just a quick reminder, you cannot level up a skill above 20, and some feats already give you a +1 to a skill.
Are we going to do this after the session is done, the leveling up?
We are totally. I'm just giving the option while I take 5. I'm just letting people know that they can start looking up feats while I'm taking 5. Okay. So I will BRB. I'm going to turn off my mic, so I will not be able to hear anyone, but I will BRB. Okay? 5 minutes.
I'm gonna go make some spaghetti. Steve, do you want some spaghetti? Too fucking
so fucking important in campaign 1 of Critical Role. Laura Bailey had it, and it was just
Observant.
clutch moments made with that feat alone. I'm observant. Yeah.
See, I have that in
Forget
other campaign, and I never use it.
You got to remember you have it. So, but
Yeah.
if someone is speaking and they're like hushed voices, and you're like, I want to know what they say, you will know.
She also
because
had a
you can read
bear.
voices.
Also,
know,
can we
right?
discuss that Trinket is not a male bear name?
How dare you, gender?
It's not. I was like, Trinket is a girl, and then like as I'm watching Vox Machina, it's like it's a boy. I'm like, no.
You know that
No.
we're gonna name our Bernese Mountain Dog Tofu regardless of gender, right, Carly?
I want a cat named Lamp. So really.
Okay, naming conventions aside, Tofu.
No,
yes.
wait. Have you seen? Oh, Vanessa, they're like
Hang on,
something
Carly.
kittens.
Just hang on. Okay, I want to bring So I think we're near the end of the session. I want to bring it to an end. So folks have left already. That's fine. But I wanted to just talk a little bit about kind of what you see as you make it to Limsa Lominsa, just to kind of set the scene, get you a little bit of a glimpse of it. So I'm going to do two things. I'm going to show you Limsa Lominsa and give you a bit of a descriptor, and then I'm going to show you the inn on the outskirts of the town. Okay? Does that work?
Okay.
Oh, Steve's around. Okay. So just to give you an idea, because I want you guys to have this notion of like kind of how big this city that you're entering is when you're like leveling up and getting ready for next session.
Okay.
Where is the city located?
It's on the coast. It's the city you've been heading to the entire time. So you're not going to be able to get into the water or do anything like that yet, Carly. I know we're going to do
Who's
something
ready for
else.
Octodad? No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that.
Okay, we're gonna just give a brief intro. Okay.
Okay, I was shit talking Steve's bread. That smells so good.
You know, you keep talking about water. Like I'm dying to be able to swim as an animal and like actually have that effect. Like crocodile and
We're gonna
piranha
race,
water
bitch.
gone.
I can breathe underwater.
I have questions about the architecture of this like hanging stalactite style thing right before the end of the tower. That does not seem stable to me.
None of
This
Limsa is stable. If you want to look at your monitor here for a sec, this is the other portion of Limsa. Is that too loud for everybody? Sorry,
No, I love it.
it's a little loud for me.
My little fish ass is gonna be frolicking.
This is giving me like Iron Isles kind of vibes, except fancy Iron Isles.
It's like somewhere between Greece and Iron Isles. Like the culture is not like the Iron Isles. I'll say that for sure. So on the southern coast, under the shadow of ancient cliffs worn by the relentless onslaught of the Rotano Sea, lives the marine state of Limsa Lominsa. Said to be blessed by goddesses of navigation, the city is spread over countless tiny islands, each connected by sturdy bridges of iron and wood construction, earning the name the Navigator's Vale from traveling bards who have witnessed the city's beauty from afar. So as you view this city, there is like one sort of like main island, but what you would picture an island to be, it's kind of like, it's more like a mountain come out of the sea. So you kind of come out onto, as you see kind of the area, you see these giant bridges coming out and sort of performing. The one you see in the main screen right now, that's kind of the lighthouse, right? And you see sort of a lot of these islands are either low on like one level higher or one level lower. So there's two kind of levels to Limsa Lominsa, right? The upper level, however, connects to the lower level at what looks like what's called kind of the main square. And this is a colossal building. If you look here, it's pretty well pictured in the center there. Not quite perfect, but it's as close as I could get, okay? And what is it? It's a giant jutting structure like a mountain come out of the sea, but the mountain is in 3 tiers. So the lower tier is kind of like the outside around the mountain, and you can see there are tunnels into it. The middle one on the top level, or on the middle level where everything kind of is and the bridges all connect to, is like this incredible structure wrought clearly from magic, because it is holding on by what looks like not very large supports to hold an entire mountainous castle-like palace on top of it. You see from afar that this is clearly the main gathering place. There are people and, people all sorts of everywhere. It's not so much a marketplace, so it's more of like a food stall. People greet, the town, the town's gathering place, right? On top of that is where what clearly used to be the palace and now is the actual sort of guild hall where the decisions are made and the standing army sits. On the bottom level, it looks like below the marketplace. It looks like basically a very festive inn looking place, where it looks like the inn is actually burrowed into the rock, although there is wooden beams on the outside. One thing you note as you walk into Limsa, I just want to describe this again, you're not really walking in technically right now, is that you expect it to smell like fish. You expect it to stink to high heaven. You expect it to smell kind of bad because human waste generally flows out of the city directly into the sea. It does not. And you'll notice this as you travel through different neighborhoods. There's a particular scent underlying each neighborhood that you travel to, whether it's the marketplace, the guild, the traders' quarter, all these different things. And you see these lanterns, these beautifully wrought out of like blue iron lanterns. And each area or island of the city has a different color of sort of dim magical light in these lanterns. They clearly don't provide too much light, like a normal amount, I would say, less than a street light, more than a lamp. But there seems to be a magical scent underlying for the the baker's quarter. It's of like bread and cinnamon. The trader's quarter, it is sort of refreshing pine. And each area has sort of although the one fishy area, and you can smell it from here, is where the Fisherman's Guild is, and that is the far docks. That is clearly they just went with it there. Smells like fish. It is fish area. No biggie. Right? So this is the city. This is the capital city of Lenosha, called Limsa Lominsa. Hopefully that was an apt description. Outside the city, let me just pull this up. Outside the city is a tavern bearing the sigil of two horses, each rearing behind a large stein. The letters on the sign read, "The Dancing Horse." They're clearly, it has like different stalls and stables to meet a traveler's every need. There's clearly a sort of sense of second home here. It's where a lot of travelers first enter, first stay. Sometimes they maintain their staying there.
Liam,
yeah.
Are we supposed to be seeing it?
Oh, you know what? I'm not going to let you see it yet. I think.
Is there a stage in the tavern?
Yes, I will. Okay, here's the deal. I'm
going
to show you something when you walk into the tavern, but I don't want you to move your characters yet because that's for next time. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Just don't move your characters for me.
Is there a stage or a band playing?
There always is in the Dancing Horse.
Oh, there's a big boob. There's a.
I mean, we don't see anything.
I see a big boob beer wench.
Okay, well, okay, don't worry about that. I'll show you something here. So this is what the outside of the Dancing Horse looks like. There are, again, it's a little.
I thought you said dancing horse.
No, horse.
Well, that's excited.
The Dancing Horse. Yes.
Dancing.
So yeah, this is what we're looking at. The Dancing Horse is what all taverns and inns strive to be. With all the magic and nuance of fantasy aside, this is a respite for everything but travelers' intrigues. Most guests visiting the Dancing Horse have business elsewhere, and in an almost unnatural way, their tasks always hold great importance, even if they are not aware of it. You can very easily find yourself embroiled in all sorts of characters and people. The first thing you notice when entering the Dancing Horse is the smoky smell and warm atmosphere. The common room is split into two sections. A small-sized accommodations for halflings and goblins outside the western wall, with medium-sized chairs and tables in the rest of the common room. Until sunset, the room is filled with natural light from its many windows. In the evening, Burton, the innkeeper, lights hanging chandeliers, filling the room with warm light. this is what that looks like.
The green man playing his cello.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but he looks like he needs a friend.
Uh,
I think
two
they need a
things-
singer.
That one dude has a menu. This place is fancy.
He's wearing glasses. He's a sophisticated elf by the looks of her.
Is it his man purse?
It's the ponytail, the braid. Very
Um,
regal. Oh,
so
there's
yeah.
a cat. I'm gonna touch it.
So yeah, that is what you see. You note the innkeep, Burton.
Oh,
As you
He's
enter,
missing
the,
his strong
he
hand.
looks friendly AF.
the innkeeper is a human veteran nearing his late 50s. Spread out from his jawline is a lively pair of mutton chops that connect with his mustache, whose curls point towards a rosy pair of cheeks. Having once been an avid adventurer himself, he has his fair share of battle scars, none affecting his welcoming face, but the most notable thing being his left arm, which was severed from the elbow down. A prosthetic has been fitted to make his job easier, with modules for things like mugs, knives, shakers, and other tools of the trade. Burton owns the tavern and runs it with a hands-on approach. He can almost always be found behind the bar, waiting tables, or helping out those in the kitchen. A humble and genuine person, Burton has the absolute respect of his employees. Many of his stories rival those of his adventuring patrons, including the story of how he lost his arm. And that is what I will leave you with for now.
Sweet.
Okay. All right, so remember to level up, folks. If you need any help with that, I will stick around for the next few minutes.
I get one more spell and a cantrip.
Excellent.
I gotta go, but we'll chat again about those limitations and the skills and stuff. I have to ask also. I have a plan for the level 4 thing, and I have to ask a friend again. A skill I had mentioned that I completely forgot. So.
Oh yeah, no worries at all. See you
Hey,
later,
Liam.
Bernard. Hey, Devin.
I might need you to reset the session. My character sheet reset this to level 1.
Oh. Okay. All
So I
right.
lost all my items, all my attacks, and everything.
Oof. Okay. Did you press the +1 button by accident?
I did the top of the thing that I realized what I did after I did it. I did the top of the sheet, the red anvil. I hit that.
I did too, and it
Yeah,
was
that's
fine
the
for
level up.
me.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. No. Well, maybe because my class is custom. I don't know. But it fucked it right up.
Maybe.
You lost all your items and everything?
Everything, all gone.
Okay. Okay. So what I want everyone to do then, everyone who has leveled up, I want you to make a note real quick of your
I haven't touched anything yet. Do I
okay,
just
of your
leave mine?
HP. Yeah, just leave it for now.
Okay.
So Lavinia, just remember that you rolled a 5 for HP, and Sheriff, just remember you rolled a 9. Just write that down somewhere IRL. And I will write down a note about my personal note about the blood of Jinhai.
Yeah, I got a flask with his blood, and I got 3 anal beads.
Blood. That's all I can think of right now.
3
Blood.
beads of absorbed